Alright, now this is going to be a tutorial for BTS's Euphoria. So basically, the song is like 3 chords over and over and over. Slightly different in each part. When it starts off, basically you just have one guitar doing like a... Alright, so what you're doing is... So what I would do is hold down these two and put this finger here. And you're going to do kind of like a... And you're going to use the back of your palm to kind of do like a... Instead of a... Because you don't want to do like a... You want to do it kind of like this. So it's like a... Alright, so it's... And basically the 3 chords you're playing, a lot of covers will say that it's G, A, and B minor. I wouldn't play a straight G because you don't want to be like a Euphoria. I mean, you could do that. There's other ways you can play it to kind of get it closer to the sound. What I would do is instead of a straight G for the main melody where, you know, the little synth is going, I do this chord in a lot of videos because it seems like it's a chord they use often, and it's a pretty chord and I can see why. But basically, one here, alright, this one here, and this one here. Or you can also do it here. No, I did it here, so. And then I slide up to here. So you're going to keep this finger and this finger, slide those up. And all it is you just got one finger here, open D, this one here, this one here. And the B minor is going to be here. So you slide up. So you're sliding up one full step. When you slide up to this part or whatever, it's another full step up, and again, you're keeping this finger and this one where they are at all times. So. And when you come up to this point, you basically have all 3 fingers on the same fret. Alright, and you're just doing 1, open D again. Now you can play the open E string there if you want, because it's going to be like a... Basically you're just doing this during the verse. Alright, does it again. You're going to go into that same pattern, but it's slightly different, and this is where I do like a little strumming thing. So you're doing like the now the bass or something else underneath will carry that part, so you don't have to worry. You can just do the, unless you're playing it by yourself, then it's going to be tricky doing both of those parts. Unless you finger pick, maybe you can hit the bass notes. When it goes into that little pre-chorus or whatever, do it just kind of does like this. it's basically, you just kind of do this little number. In fact, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let me just find the song real quick. I should have prepared. But let's go back and you can see. All right, here we go. Euphoria. So when the song.
Department 60-second rotini.
Let's pause that. So when the song starts playing, again, it's just like a. Pretty much it's the same chord structure the entire time. G, or whatever chord this is. A, B minor, or B minor 7th. And that's pretty much it. There are a few parts where the guitar does something different. The electric does something underneath, which is like a, or like something or whatever, one of the electrics. But it's gonna do something like this. This is the part where just like this. And you just kind of keep that's the pattern, so you're going to do like a down, 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 do, 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 and you switch up there. So 3 times on the G, twice here on the A, and then once on the B minor. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to skip ahead or whatever. But the verse. It just does this during that whole verse part. This is when you go in here. That same G I showed you, a normal A. So it's gonna be like a, now it's the same G I showed you for the little, but if you want you can throw this up here if you can reach it. So, and that's what I usually do, and then I can go like a, I wish I could sing. And I just kind of like mute it. Kind of like a. You can throw this up here, kind of like a same thing I showed you, but just if you want to put that there. But yeah, basically you're just kind of, because you want to give it that sense of building, so it's like, and then this chord is just this B minor. I'm just playing this one here, this one here, this one here. This is another chord that they seem to use a lot. Again, because it's a pretty open sounding chord, so I mean it sounds like this is a nice sound, you know. These different ways to play like B minor or B minor 7th, but there's something about this one that just kind of, and it's got, I don't know, and I think that's why a lot of people use it, and that's why I like to use it, because sometimes you can sound kind of, I don't know the right term, because like say you want to, now in this case it's okay because of your pattern, but sometimes when you have that open way of playing it, it makes it flow better into the next chord, especially if you're going into something that may have a similar note pattern. So Anyways, that's that part. And then it goes back into this part. And you can kind of, you could probably do it that way as well. And all I was doing is, it's the same thing here, but you can just throw it up here because there is this note. So in the beginning of that part, it does sound like it's kind of doing like a, but it still seems to have that note. So maybe you could get by doing it like this. That might be the closest sound to it. Yeah, that's probably the closest one there so far. But yeah, it's a little weird. So one finger here, one here, one here, one here. Alright, and it's going to sound like this. Mute the second string, D. Then you could also play it like this, which you're playing from the A. Alright, to the B minor again. Alright, now when it goes to this part, what it's doing is you have the electric doing like a, or so it's like a, alright, so a way to get around it, you can kind of do like a, it's not perfect. If you have other instruments behind, you're able to pull it off more, but basically just play from the third, from the G string down. It's right here. Then you can come back to this. So kind of like, and make sure you hit that A up top, and then you're going back to this. Which is the same chord that I showed you, but you're just doing it. Now it's a little tricky, so you can be like a da da da. You are the cause of my euphoria. It's weird. So I mean, even trying to find out a way to do it is a little tricky on the guitar by itself. So you don't have to do that. But then that's pretty much all there is in the song. It goes to the slow part or whatever. It's not a long song. But yeah, those are the 3 chords over and over, and that's kind of just the stuff I played.